West Africa's Jollof Wars may have a winner after Nigerian celebrity chef Hilda Bassi cooked what's believed to be the world's largest pot of jollof rice. Bassi rose to fame in 2023 when she set the Guinness World Record for the longest cooking marathon. Now she's added another culinary milestone to her career.
We always say Nigeria, we are the giants of Africa, and jollof rice is a discourse that has been happening, within so many African countries. And sometimes if you go to random countries, you'd find someone and say you're Nigerian, the first thing they ask you is about jollof rice, right? So I figured as the giants of Africa, it only makes sense that we are the ones that pioneer making the largest pot of Nigerian jollof rice.
The feat took place in Lagos on Friday, where Bassi and her team prepared the West African staple using hundreds of kilograms of rice, tomatoes, peppers, onions and spices.
Great time being here, like Hilda, she's placed us on the map and she's doing it again. It's amazing, like setting a very good record for Nigeria and Nigerians, like she's representing everybody, so it's amazing. I'm so happy. Jollof rice, you know the vibe. Now how they talk about Ghana jollof and Nigerian jollof, the best.
Jollof rice is found across West Africa, but there are regional variations.
I still remember that morning clearly. The sun had only just begun to rise, but already the air was thick with excitement. I had traveled down because I knew something historic was about to happen. The whole of Lagos seemed to vibrate with whispers of Hilda Bassi, the young Nigerian chef who had already shaken the world with her cookathon record. And now, she was attempting something that no one in our culture had ever seen before. The largest pot of Nigerian jollof rice ever cooked. At first, I thought it was just another publicity stunt. People do these things for headlines all the time. But when I walked into the venue and saw the giant pot, massive, red, towering like a monument, I realized this wasn't play. This was serious. And there she was, Hilda herself, small in frame.
It go make sense, make Nigeria get the biggest pot of jollof rice. So I can't say, as the giants of Africa and our jollof rice kukuma mad, it go make sense if we get the biggest pots of jollof rice. You know, it go nice for the country. See, make I tell you, first of all, you see this rice where they cook 8,000 kilograms of rice. But even this 4,000 kilograms of rice now 200 bags of rice be that. So now only 50 I cut come out from inside. And the tomato paste now where they use now over 1,200 kilograms. That 1,200 kilograms now be like 500 cartons. No be to talk of the seasoning cubes. The things where they use plenty. The onions be like 600 kilograms. The water where we go use be like 6,000 kilograms of water where we go take cook this food. We they use goat's meat. The goat's meat be like 1,000 kilograms. I be 800 kilograms. By the time we wash and come out the bone, because I don't want to make anybody they struggle with bone when they chop them. Because now as soon jollof rice I they cook, we come out the bone. Waiting can remain now like 168 kilograms of goat's meat. We they use like 600, I be 700 kilograms of oil to make the food. So to do this kind of thing at this kind of scale, the pot where we produce, we use like 2 months to produce this pot, and everything we buy them for this country now locally made in Nigeria, and we gas test them. It take us like 2 months make we do them. So like now plenty things come together to do this thing, honestly.
When you see a baby like Dami, give her a chance. Dami is a pretty baby. Dami is go and get it baby. Dami is atakata, you know. Dami is a charming baby. Dami is the most beautiful baby on earth. Dami keep smiling. Dami keep balling. Dami keep going. Dami keep getting. Dami keep swimming. Dami keep finding. Dami keep going. Dami keep staying. Dami keep swimming. Dami keep bouncing.
Calm but determined, she wore her branded yellow shirt, green apron, and the confidence of someone carrying the weight of an entire nation's expectations. I remember how she raised her head, looked around at the cameras flashing, and simply said, "Let's make history." The process began slowly. Buckets of rice, gallons of tomato stew, fried peppers, trays of meat, fish, spices. Everything was in excess, almost surreal. It felt like watching a military operation rather than a cooking project. Volunteers ran back and forth, stirring, seasoning, and adjusting heat. And Hilda? She didn't leave her post. She stood beside that monumental pot, commanding like a general in battle. As the hours passed, the aroma began to fill the air. Not just a sweet, smoky scent of jollof, but the undeniable smell of history in the making. Strangers became friends that day. We danced, laughed, debated whose jollof recipe was supreme. Ghanaian jollof jokes flew around, but
Here is our pepper mix. So obviously we've covered this just to avoid contamination, but this is our pepper mix, and the vegetable oil is in this. So each of this is 25 liters, and I think we have about 25 or 30 of it to give us around 600 or 700 kilograms. But once again, I'm going to scale it.
Here today is because of Gino and the one and only Hilda Bassi.
Make some noise for record-breaking queen, Hilda Bassi.
Figuring this whole thing out was hectic. Figuring out how to fabricate the pots. It took Mr. Ayo 2 months to figure out and fabricate the pots. Then it took us about 9 months to plan this event, and it took us 5 hours to in fact, if I'm to add the time of making the sauce, it took us almost 9 hours to make the entire meal. So a lot of things have gone down. I feel like my mind is spacing now, but so much has happened, but I'm so happy that we're here. I mean, when I came up with this idea, I did not think about it as a world record, quite frankly. So I can't say yes or no. Oh my God, thank you guys so much. I don't know how I'll do this without your support. Friends, family, fans, supporters, every single person that showed up here and online today. And even ever since we even made this announcement, I'm so grateful to you. I owe this to you. I dedicate this meal to you. God bless you, and I love you all.
Pastor Balaji Idowu, the founder of Harvesters Church, prayed with her before she began, and other celebrities joined in later.
deep down, everyone knew this was Nigeria's crown moment. The media swarmed, influencers went live, and even international outlets tuned in. Twitter trended. Instagram exploded. TikTok feeds were dominated by clips of steaming rice being stirred with giant wooden paddles taller than most men. But here's what struck me most. Through the sweat, the exhaustion, and the chaos, Hilda never once complained. She smiled. She laughed. She encouraged her team. When the pot seemed too overwhelming, she whispered words of faith. And when the Guinness World Records official stepped closer, clipboards in hand, the crowd held its breath. Then it happened. The announcement. Hilda Bassi has officially set a new world record for the largest pot of Nigerian jollof rice ever cooked. The crowd erupted. People screamed, jumped, waved flags. Some cried. I just stood there, goosebumps
To show their support.
Congratulations here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Hilda is a member. How does this make you feel that she's embarking on another record-breaking attempt?
You know, what I feel is that she's demonstrating the values of Christ, because I can do all things through Christ and all things are possible. So I love her story, because Hilda reminds me that despite your background, despite your pain, despite your trauma, despite your limitations, that you can actually do the impossible if you only believe. Hilda's story is a story that inspires women all across the world.
Hey!
Hey, they're breaking the Guinness World Record for biggest pot of jollof rice. Hey, how can I be missing in action? And so I go bring my cooler out. I say, my friend, you know they cook this rice is money. May I taste them now? That's why I become the first person who taste this rice. My friend, it's too sweet. That's what they say, the rice not ready. Oh, I bring my cooler. I say, beg, me to finish this cooler now. We just go chop. I don't do old things for me. I say, may I taste this first? Ah, it's sweet. I go with my friend. My friend, please, they only give me one plate. My friend say, no worry, any I got you 5 plates. That's what my friend give me. I can't see my cousin. Come the tick and say, any this rice, you start family business. So it's not every time that you must eat it and finish it. We go check the rice. We go one side. We go one corner. We test the rice. We use Nestle water. We wash them down. Everywhere good. Everywhere nice. That's what I tell my cousin. 500. Yes, 500 naira. We sell this thing. Record breaking rice for 500. That's how we start family business. So if you not taste the rice, we still get rice. Just make I know. For comment section, say you want order 500 naira per plate. Thanks. That's superior. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just a dancer. This is a record breaker dancer. If you know what's supposed make some noise. Come on. Make some noise for the queen. Let's go.
Running down my arms, realizing I had witnessed something far greater than food, because this wasn't just rice. It was a symbol of resilience, a story of how far a dream can go when determination fuels it. Hilda had turned what we all take for granted, a plate of jollof, into a weapon of hope, unity, and cultural pride. For me, standing there in that crowd, it wasn't just about tasting the rice, though I did, and it was delicious, smoky, rich, and unforgettable. It was about tasting history, tasting possibility, tasting the courage of a young woman who dared to dream bigger than her own fears. And so, as I left the venue that night, I couldn't shake the thought, this is what Nigeria truly is. Creativity, power, unstoppable energy. Years from now, when people ask me where I was the day Hilda Baci cooked the largest jollof pot in the world, I'll say, I was there. I saw it. I smelled it. I tasted it. And I believed again in what's possible.
Is that by the time the initial thought was when I was done making 5,000 kilograms, I was hoping to achieve about 17 to 18,000 kilograms, right? Now, if I include the weight of the pot to that puts us at about 20,000. Now, the average crane and the measuring device can only weigh 20,000 kilograms. It's safer for me to go below 20,000 kilograms so that my scale can carry it all at the same time. And basically, that is why I had to cut down on the quantity. And I only cut it down by 1,000 kilograms. This 4,000 kilograms of rice is 200 bags of rice, and it will still feed 20,000 people. So we're still up there.
So what's your plan with the food? Aside the audience here, we are going to eat
yeah.
What's your plan with the rest of it? Are you planning to take some out of there?
I'm with have you looked around? There's a lot of you, and some of you came with your coolers. So we need to make sure everybody is fed.
Feeding people's coolers.
We're feeding the nation. Gino and I are feeding the nation.